Hello, gorgeous. It's Lala Kent. Welcome to Untraditionally Lala. Hello, my loves. It is Lala Kent. Welcome back to Untraditionally Lala. I am here with one of my most favorite housewives, and I consider you a friend through the Bravo universe.
Of course.
Right? Heather Dubrow, or Heather Paige Kent, as I like to call you.
Don't you love that we both have the last name of Kent?
Kate, is that your real last name?
Mm-hmm.
And you're Jewish, right?
Yep.
So is Kent a Jewish name?
No. So the original name was Kestenbaum.
Okay.
And then it was changed, but I am Kent.
Okay.
So it's a made up name, but it's mine. I didn't make it up. But there was another Heather Kent in SAG.
Okay.
And so you can't copy names. That's why when you see actors and they have similar names, but they put an initial in the middle or something, because you can't have the same name. Every name in Screen Actors Guild has to be unique.
Wow.
So I use my middle name, which I used to use in high school anyway, like Heather Paige Kent. It's a good name.
It's a great name.
I don't know. I threaten Terry sometimes if we're arguing that I'm going to go back to it.
What do you guys argue about? When I watch you on TV, I'm like, this is the perfect couple. From my perspective, and I grew up in like a very traditional household. My parents were married until the time my dad passed away. And now
mine too.
So you've seen, was it a healthy relationship that you saw?
Not really.
Not really?
No.
So when you met Terry, like, how did you know that he was going to be the one that you were like, this is so real that I'm willing to sign a contract with you?
I didn't. And I just think that's crazy. Like, marriage is a leap of faith and you could do the best you can. But you don't know.
No, I know.
And are you going to grow together? Are you going to grow apart? What challenges are you going to face in your life? You don't know. You can only do the best you can.
When you're in an argument, do you raise your voice ever at all?
I'm not, surprisingly, I don't know if that's surprising. I'm not a big yeller. Have I ever yelled? Yes. We don't, the good news is we don't fight about real things. Thankfully, we don't have these deep-seated problems, or we don't fight about money. We don't fight about, I don't know. What else do people fight about?
I don't know. I haven't been in a relationship for a really long time.
We don't have anything that's like this deep-seated, terrible anything. We fight about nonsense. But look, we've been together 29 years.
It's a long time.
It is a long time. It is a lifetime. And what I say is like you have good days, good years, bad years, which is true. But like I will tell you, for instance, and anyone that listens to our podcast between us knows this, that we were sort of arguing for 2 weeks. And it started, I don't even remember what the original argument was about, but the argument was not good. And it kept going. And it just like we were irritating each other and he pissed me off. And then we were speaking, like we don't silent treatment ever, but it was polite.
Okay.
For like 2 weeks.
That's a long time.
It was a long time.
That feels like a lifetime.
And we had to go to a wedding and we were away for the weekend. And it was really, and you know what sucks? He is my best friend. And so when I am pissed at him and I want to talk to someone about whatever it is, I'm annoyed that then I can't call him.
Right. How amazing though.
It's
that
great.
Feeling.
But I will tell you, so we did make up and we got on the other side of it. And that was a very intense, drawn out, daytime, sober conversation.
Yeah.
I like to say that because never have important conversations when you're tired, when there's alcohol on board, anything like that.
Right.
So, but here's the thing. It's so good now that I said to him the other day, I go, look, we had this bad weekend and then we had to go to this wedding and all these things. I go, I hated this. I hated that. I hated these 2 weeks, but I will tell you, I'm okay with it because of where it brought us right now.
Wow.
And I totally mean that.
Well, I feel, and again, I haven't been in a committed relationship in quite some time. And I can't even pinpoint like the last time I was in like a healthy, productive relationship. But I do know that when you have those arguments, if you can learn something on the other side, then that is the key to longevity in the relationship.
100%.
Because you have, although you're in a traditional marriage and family unit, you have a very untraditional life. Mm-hmm. You have 4 children, which I cannot believe. You told me not to have any more kids. Why did you say that? Why did you say
Don't
that,
say
Heather?
that. My kids are going to listen. No, I mean, I'm joking, sort of. It's a lot. Children are a lot of work,
Mm-hmm.
and raising them is challenging. And, they're different. I mean, I started with twins and I'd never even held a baby before. So 2 was like 10.
Right.
And then I had a third. So I had 3 under 3. And that was insane. And then a surprise one 4 years after her. So I had 4 kids in 7 years. It was a lot. And also, who I was as a person while I'm raising these kids. And Terry and I were talking about this last night, but it was like, my youngest Ace is 7 years younger than the twins. So
do you find that that's a ginormous gap, or do they have things in common? You're noticing as they get older, they're close?
Yes. And I told them when they were younger, because there are certain stages where it's like, oh, this is so frustrating. They're bigger. They don't want to do the little kid things anymore. Or the little kid wants to do the big kid things. That there's definitely some difficulties with that, but you get through it. But I told them, this hasn't happened yet, but I said, when the last of you is 21, you're all the same age.
Yeah.
Because you're all adults.
Totally.
So it will be fine. But I mean, with 4, not all of them get along. I grew up with one sister. It was just the 2 of us. We had to get along.
Do you get along now?
We do. But it's like, we always said, wouldn't it be nice to have a conversational third? Just someone.
Like a mediator, kind of.
Or, tiebreaker, whatever it was.
Yeah.
But, that wasn't in the cards for me. With 4, they don't always get along. But like, as they get older, they do.
Right.
This is so great. So we have a group chat with the 6 of us. And everyone sends pictures and, I just landed, or hey, let me show you the cat, or, whatever it is. And it's really cute. I found out yesterday that my 4 kids have their own private group chat without us.
That's amazing.
I love it.
I love that for you.
It makes me so happy, because that is the goal, is for them to have their own independent relationships outside of us.
Totally. And that actually is one of my biggest fears in thinking that I want to expand further beyond just the 2, is you don't know. There's so many people I know. I come from Utah, so big families are like a dime a dozen. And there's always 1, 2, 3 of the kids who are like, we don't speak to them. We don't acknowledge that they exist. And I'm like, that is my biggest fear.
I know. We have people in our family, not siblings, but like cousins.
Right.
That not my generation, but like the parents, that they stop talking to each other completely.
Yeah. Well, it happens all the time.
I cannot imagine. I would tell you that, and you're such an involved mom. I'm sure you're the same way, but like you promote relationships between them. You create memories.
Right.
And holidays and birthdays. And it doesn't have to be, the over the top. That's not what I mean. I just mean whatever your traditions are that you do with your kids. And they carry that with them, and it gives them a shared experience that no one else has.
Right.
But them. And if you are communicative with them and you're open with them, they will always come back to you and always come back to each other.
I agree with that.
Unless one's like a crazy asshole.
Yeah, goes rogue. You're like, where the fuck did this one come from?
That can happen.
Right? Because we have no control.
Yes. Don't you have assholes in your family?
I just talk to my immediate family.
There you go.
Like, I've written off cousins, aunts and uncles.
Why? When you got famous?
No, the way that my dad was treated, because he decided to not be a Mormon anymore, and he was looked at as the black sheep. And I just thought, I'm really funny about religion, just due to where I come from and what I've seen. I'm raising my kids spiritual and introducing them to all sorts of religions and higher powers, so that one day they can grow up and say, this resonates with me. I'm going to take this on. What I saw was my dad, who left the church before I was even born. He was 22 years old, met my mom, and that he was just like the black sheep of the family. And I just thought how wild it was that we could preach, this arm that's off of Christianity with love and acceptance. Yeah, because my dad is choosing a different faith than you guys.
Right.
It was a lot of battling.
There goes the love and acceptance.
Exactly. It's really funny. Out the door. I just found that it didn't really make sense. So I only speak with my immediate family, my brothers, my mom. But I wanted to ask you the untraditional aspect of your life. You have 4 kids, some of which identify with the queer community. when those conversations happened, was there anything that you experienced when you were growing up with your parents where you said, I'm not going to do that. This is how I'm going to rock it with my kids?
You probably maybe had this experience because I don't know. I know your dad had left the church, but I don't know how his upbringing affected his parenting style. But I grew up with very 1950s parents.
Okay.
And they talked about nothing. Everything was swept under the rug. My sister and I didn't know what a period was. I thought I was dying. I mean, truly, like crazy. And then even when I got it, she wouldn't let me wear tampons. I don't know why. Those were like taboo. I had to steal them from my aunt's house. Swear to you.
Wow.
So crazy. And I thought, it's so crazy. I am the polar opposite. I have diarrhea of the mouth. I will tell you everything. I don't have any deep-seated secrets. Like, I like to share information. I talk for a living. And that was never going to be in the cards for me. And I'm married to a doctor.
Right.
Who there is nothing taboo and everything is biology.
Right.
And so we never sat down and said, we're going to raise our kids this way.
Yeah.
We never did that. We probably should have, but we didn't. And I just think that we're both of the minds that we've created this really open family. I mean, like, even to the point where, okay, we're not like naked people. I don't want you to think like we're walking around the house all naked in front of the kids all the time. But there was never like a weird, don't come in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
Like, that kind of attitude.
Yes.
It was always just, everything has always been okay.
Okay.
And anything the children want to talk about has always been okay. So there was never sort of a defining moment like, we need to have a talk. It was.
It was.
Yeah. And even though, listen, they share a lot with me and sometimes too much.
Too much.
Too much.
Yeah.
I don't really want to know everything.
You know what, though? Now that I'm a parent, I just think, because my dad leaving the church, you would think, and my mom coming from a very Christian household and her being raised to sweep everything under the rug, what will the neighbors think?
Yes.
We don't want to know. So let's just keep the pretty picture. I think when I entered the mix, started having a voice, my mom was very thrown off by it. I think I broke the cycle. I think my brother broke the cycle of like, it's okay to talk about struggles. It's okay for me to be on a reality show where I talk about some real shit, because what's the worst thing that's going to happen? Someone could relate to you. Someone might say you're fucked up. Oh, big fucking deal.
Wait a minute.
Right?
I need to know this because when I joined Housewives, my family was so mean to me.
Really?
Horrible.
Wow.
Yours wasn't?
They did not watch the show, which I was thrilled about. But like my mom and dad said, I don't need to watch the show because I know exactly who you are because you're like this at home. So you took your top off under a waterfall. Excellent. You've done that with your friends many times. You're talking about blowjobs. Well, we've heard a lot about the blowjobs and we don't really want to. So everything like you, it's not like we were all walking around naked, but it was very much not like, close the door. Like,
right.
It was very much inside of the household, which later on, I think I broke the cycle with my mom and her knowing like it's okay for people to know when we're struggling.
Yeah. My family's still not okay with that. With the struggles. It's so weird. Like, God forbid someone needed to go to therapy. It was all very like,
yeah.
No, you'll be fine.
So do you worry? Like, so your dad passed away, I think a year before my dad passed away.
Like 8 years ago.
Okay. So like 2017.
That's a lot of math, Lala.
I'm the worst at math, by the way. Do you ever feel guilty discussing your upbringing?
So this season on the show, I actually talk about my dad a little bit.
Yeah.
And you'll see, I can't give it away, but in the upcoming episodes, I have sort of a cathartic moment about my dad. So I never talked about it because, first of all, I was ingrained to never talk about the family. God forbid someone would think anything was untoward or what the truth was or what. I mean, okay, who cares? But fine. I'm like you, same way. But it's not my story to tell. And I never wanted to be ungrateful to my dad, because he may not have been like this warm, he wasn't Terry.
Right.
But he did the best he could. And he was from a different generation also. Yeah. And he was a product of his environment also. So I never wanted to do that. But like after he passed away, and I never even thought to consciously do it, but this season on the show, it came up.
we've seen the episode where you say that Tamara's outbursts remind you a lot of your dad.
Yeah.
Were you nervous to talk about that? Like admitting like my dad would have outbursts?
I wasn't nervous to talk about it for myself.
Okay.
I was nervous to talk about it for my mom. And so when I talk about him and you'll see what happens, but I just don't ever want to do something to hurt her.
Right.
And so I could be a lot more vocal about it, but I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Like I can talk to you about this right now because she won't listen to your show.
Well, that's rude.
I'm sorry. She doesn't listen to mine. Just telling you. She won't even see a Google alert or an article or anything. But like if it's, I would hate for her to see a headline that had my name in it that she would see or something. I just feel bad.
I completely understand
Someday when she's not around, I can talk about a lot of things.
Yeah.
But I think would be, I don't know, more respectful because I know it would bother her so much because she is that way.
Yeah. I know.
It's the same with your kids. You're going to see because your kids are so young and they're on TV. But when they start to get older and you realize you can't tell their stories for them. It's cute when they're little. It's not a big deal. But once they start being vocal about things, you have to take a step back and go, okay, well, how do I manage this?
Oh my gosh, Heather, you've just put another thing in my mind to keep me up at night. Oh no. I do relate because when I was writing my book years ago, I was like, this is the time to really talk about the things that I saw in my household and the things that I wish my parents would have navigated differently in front of us, which was in 2008, the recession that hit. My dad was in real estate development and it hit him hard.
Yeah.
And because of his financial choices, where we went from living, we did not live how you guys live, but we lived a beautiful life. We did not go without. And it went from we're not going without to we could lose the house. We may not be able to eat. And thank God for my mother, who was a working woman from the time she could work. And she was the plan B. And because I saw arguments that very much had to do with money and frustration on my mom's behalf, I go into situations very differently. I have a very strange relationship with money. I am constantly thinking about a plan B. My house
That's not a strange relationship. That's a smart relationship.
Okay. So I started saying that I have a smart relationship with money as well. I switched my mindset because I'm like, this is actually a good thing because we don't know what tomorrow is going to bring.
That's, absolutely.
I loved the idea of when I bought my house in Palm Springs, I was like, if we hit on hard times, I can rent this bad bitch out.
That's right.
The ADU in my backyard, I was like, I'm buying this because if we hit on hard times, we can rent this bitch out. Or we move back there and rent the big house out. So I'm just constantly thinking about the rainy day because of my dad. But I had a tremendous amount of guilt putting that in my book because I know it was a pride thing for him.
Right.
And he's supposed to keep the family together. And I could tell he wanted to shout on the top of the roof that like he was struggling. But my mom was of the nature of, what will the neighbors think?
Isn't this terrible? There was, not to tell the details of it, but my parents had a financial situation that did not need to happen. But they were of the, what would the neighbors think? Can't discuss finances with people ever. And that was to their detriment. And it took a big financial hit. And Terry and I are so the polar opposite. But because of my upbringing, Terry, when we first, got together and he would talk about money. And first I thought it was like showy, braggy, right? And then, it's so uncouth to talk about money. How could you do that? And then he would talk to his buddies. And I was like, that's crazy. You guys all talk about your money and he goes, yes. And then I realized, oh, dumbass, Heather, like that's how this is how they communicate. They learn from each other. What are you doing with this? Oh, you're converting it to a Roth IRA or you're doing this thing. Hey, my tax guy told me that. Oh, great. And that is the best thing ever. And the gatekeeping that people do with their wealth, with their skincare, with their parenting, with all the things is crazy to me. So we don't gatekeep anything.
Good. Thank God. By the way, the skincare thing is, I saw Megan Fox on some interview and she was gatekeeping something she did with her face. And I'm like, how could you do that to everybody?
Yeah, here's my thing. Here's my thing about facial stuff. I just feel like if you want to get work done, go. I mean, it's awesome. It pays the mortgage. So
you're like, I love it.
Get it
Needles
all
for everybody.
Get it all done. But I don't think that people have to disclose everything. I don't think it's fair to people. I think if you want to go get your breast done, get your a facelift, like whatever it is you want to do, and go do it. And if you want to tell people, fantastic. And if you don't, that is your prerogative. But the only caveat is, do not go get that stuff done and then tell me you drink water and get 9 hours of sleep. Because that pisses me off.
Yeah, that pisses me off too.
Because that ain't true.
But also, if you go and you have, a nip tuck or an injection here or there and you look amazing, how are you not going to tell me? I want to go get that done.
I know. I don't know. I haven't had it done. I mean, I get needles and stuff. But
don't we all, Heather?
Yes, I mean.
We're all taking.
Please,
it's so funny
I'm 56.
because we're going to talk about peptides because I want to get your thoughts, but I have the hardest time injecting my peptides.
Oh, I saw you with the peptides on social the other day.
But the moment it's time for Botox, I'm like, anywhere you want to put it. Needles to the face. I don't care.
Well, did you talk about this? Did you do IVF?
I did not do IVF. So I conceived SOSA just the scientific sexual way where it's like text the doctor.
IUI?
Yep, IUI. Yeah. Stirrups.
Yeah. Needle
instead of a dick.
Okay. Excellent.
Let me know in 2 weeks if you're pregnant. And I was going to do it a third time until you told me, just wait. I met with a psychic though, and he told me that I'm going to have another baby, but with a man. And I just refuse. No, Heather.
Well, just so you know, my first 3 were IVF. And the last one apparently was with a penis. And apparently it was with Terry's. And I'm telling you, it was a dry spell. I do not know how that happened. I don't know.
So you did IVF with the first 3.
I had twins, IVF. Those are the embryos I got. That's what we got.
Okay.
And then I wanted the experience of having just one.
Okay.
So we did IVF again. I ended up with 3 embryos. We put 1 in.
Okay.
Got Kat.
Okay.
And then she had some issues. Talk about gatekeeping, parenting. She had some issues at 15 months. She wasn't crawling, walking, talking, nothing.
Okay.
And I took her to this neurologist and they said she wouldn't have 4 words by the age of 4 and she was apraxic. It was so heart-wrenching. And she was in speech therapy and she was in physical therapy and all the things. She's at Yale, by the way.
That is incredible.
He was wrong.
He was very wrong.
He was very wrong. But she did need speech therapy. She needed a push. She needed to get going. Yep. And she's a brilliant
obviously.
Kid and talented and sweet. She's like, we call her the good one.
She's
a good.
There's always the one good one.
She's really good. But because I was so scared, we had 2 frozen embryos and I thought, I'm done. Not having any more kids. We're very lucky. We have 3 healthy kids. And we started later anyway. I'm like, we're good. Check the box. No more kids. But I was infertile. So that's why we did IVF.
Right.
So I was like, I wasn't really worried about it. And then I got pregnant.
Wow.
Yeah, I was 41.
The higher power had a different plan for you.
Man, try being 41-year-old pregnant, chasing 3 little ones. Kill me.
I can't even imagine.
I was exhausted.
I'm exhausted 24/7. And I'm like, how does one get unexhausted?
You don't, but it's a different kind of exhausted. You go from that, your kids are so little, it's physically exhausting.
Right.
You're up and then they're sick and then you chase them and then you play a certain way and then you're in the pool all the time or you're on the slide and you're constantly going.
And then you add the reality television aspect because I've been out of the game for 2 years. Mm-hmm. I've been like strictly mom and I have to say I loved it because as you know, it's such a fleeting time.
It's a good break too.
It's a great break. And I got to be you did take a break and I got to be at every drop off and pickup and dance recital. And it was like mom time with the kids playing. Yeah. I got to experience that and it was wonderful. And now I'm juggling trying to be a present mom, then the mom guilt on top of now filming a show again. Mm. And did you have that shock when you went back to OC where it was like, oh, we're like, no one skipped a beat and we're thrown into the lion's den?
the show had changed
What
from
had
when I
changed
left.
about it?
I mean, well, first of all, I was gone for 4 seasons, which
Okay.
equated to 5 years because of the pandemic. And that had happened. So that kind of changed everything too,
Yeah.
right? So the world was a bit different. And when I left the show, so I started the show when my youngest child was 9 months old and he's turning 15 in December. Is that crazy?
That is,
So my kids were so
that is
little.
so crazy to
They
me.
were 9 months old to 7.5. So when I started.
Okay.
And when I left 5 years later, do the math on that, they were still little. But when I came back, they were now older, right?
Yeah.
And so it was like better and worse
Okay.
in a way because everyone was in real school, which is a lot easier because you can film a lot while they're at school, which is nice.
Yeah, that is nice.
Yeah, it was very strange to come back, but I was still working in between. I wasn't just home. I have a YouTube channel. I've had a podcast for a decade. Like
no, you hustle.
I was always and little guest stars here and there, stuff like that, scripted and, writing books with Terry and doing stuff like that.
Well, I need a nap just thinking about all that stuff.
Yeah, so we've done TV shows together and whatever. I'm always doing something.
I know you are.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
love
amazing to watch, by the way.
But don't feel guilty because here's the thing. This is your path. And part of what's incredible about you is how you are this single parent with these incredible kids and you have a career and a podcast and a book and a thing and you hustle and you do all these things and you're making it work. You are balancing it.
Yes.
There is no perfect balance.
I don't think so either.
There's not.
There was a woman who said to me, and I passed this along to all my other mom friends who are feeling mom guilt, but I was saying to her that I was struggling with the mom guilt and, I feel like I've been dropping the ball. And she was like, there are going to be days where your kids are simply loved and fed. And that's a win and fucking take it.
Yeah,
and I was
take
like,
it.
Okay, you know what? All is good.
Listen, the other day, Terry and I were going, because with 4, even with 2, one's up, one's down, one's sick, one's healthy, one's happy, one's sad. Like there are very rare moments where everyone's okay.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, I don't care if it's an hour. Everyone's good. That hour, that's a win. I don't know if
sext Terry?
No.
Nudies?
No.
Really?
I've never sent a nude in my life. By the way, if you saw Terry's camera roll, it's all nudes.
Oh, he's like, this does nothing for me, baby. Put a bathrobe on.
It's funny. I did say to him, I remember when we first got together, I was like, is this going to be okay? This is all real. I think I still am the only.
Do you have real boobs?
Yes.
Good for you.
I think I'm the only plastic surgeon's wife with real boobs.
Hell
I think
yeah.
it's possible. But anyway, I'm just saying I don't know that nudes would do it for him. He likes silly stuff.
Okay, so what is silly? What would you send Terry if you guys hadn't seen each other? He was out of town for a weekend or whatever.
I would probably make noise. We make noises to each other. They're like mating sounds. I don't know. He could if we're like at a restaurant, right?
Yeah.
And we both go to the restroom and he's waiting for me outside to go, Hana? And I'll go, Hana? It's like we call each other.
That's so fucking cute.
We're so ridiculous. And we've been together so long that we have so many private jokes together. Our kids, they laugh and they roll their eyes at us, but we have, he could say one word to me and I would crack up. We're just stupid stuff. But that's not to say we don't have a great sex life. We have a great sex life.
Can I ask you, as a woman who's been married for 29 years, what is a great sex life? How many times a week? What keeps you?
It depends.
It depends?
Yeah.
Okay.
It depends. This week, not to be TMI, a lot.
Good for you.
Because we were fighting. So we just made up. So we're we're in a good spot right now. And then we're going to be in the Bahamas next week. That's going to be hotel
Very
sex
spicy.
for us. Game on.
Do you still put it in the mouth?
Sometimes.
Good for you.
Yeah. But he's a reverse cowgirl kind of guy. So
yes.
Yeah.
Of course he is.
yeah, but we're still interested and interesting and, bring things in the bedroom and have fun.
Like toys?
Yeah.
Can I tell you my favorite toy is the vibrator that goes in the underwear and then the guy gets to hold the little clicker. So wherever you are in the party and you're like.
I've seen that. That is not us.
I
That
think
is
you
not
should do
Terry.
I think it's hot.
Terry's like not like, he's very different once the bedroom doors close.
Really?
You know what I mean? Like,
Well, it sounds like it. He wants,
we have a good time.
ass towards the face. Does he do BBLs?
No, he's against them. He thinks they should be completely outlawed. He thinks it's the most dangerous procedure.
Okay.
People die from it.
Yeah. I want to get into like the plastic surgery and stuff on the bonus, but I just wanted to know if he did BBLs. Has there ever been a point in time where you and Terry go, do we do Housewives anymore? Do we do the TV thing anymore?
I mean, definitely not do we do the TV thing anymore. I mean, we always have something in development, like literally right now.
Okay.
There's a game show. Those things are
fun though.
show.
Don't you think? Like the competition shows,
Yes.
it's a different level. Like the stakes are higher in a different way.
Yes.
Filming reality TV
It's tough.
It's tough. They come in, what have you been up to? It's like, oh, I know what we're doing. We're talking about our storyline. And it's like, well, my life's pretty peaceful right now, which I know you guys don't want that.
Sorry, everything's okay. Maybe something tragic will happen in the next 40 minutes. It's a tough show to do. I mean, I'm not going to be on it forever, obviously. But, I'm so grateful for the platform. I really mean this, that what is important to me after having been such a piece of pop culture is that I want it to live on appropriately. Like, I'm not of the mind, like, when I leave, I'm going to burn the house down. I'm not like that. I'm like, hey, let's keep bringing on interesting people. And so it's going to have a life.
I love that. Can I tell you, I was in full panic in the bath last night and I was like, the Housewives, they're going to start getting older and not want to do it.
What will happen?
What will happen? What am I going to watch? Because all of us are going to get older.
Yes.
And
I'm already old.
But
I'm there.
Could you, we love our Housewives so much. And I hate change. Like when a new face appears, I'm like, I don't know about this. I don't know.
But that's why people have to come in slowly. But we've had really great hires that have blended in really seamlessly. And that have longevity. And I love that.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to seeing, what happened. Because next season for us is season 20.
It's amazing.
Which is the first Housewives season to go to 20, obviously, because we're the first. So it's, it's iconic, it's cool. And I think they have a lot of fun stuff planned. So I'm excited for that.
Okay. So we can expect, because a lot of people are wanting to see you on Beverly Hills. And it makes sense because you live here.
But you know what? Here's the thing about that. Where I live to Newport Beach is the same distance from Newport Beach to Costa de Casa.
Right.
So, I mean,
people
honestly,
really don't understand how the traffic works around here.
Right. So it's really, if I lived in Laguna Niguel or Dana Point, it would take me the same amount to get to Newport to go to someone's house, but it would still be in Orange County just because I'm over the county line, whatever. They're my friends. I've been involved with the show for almost 15 years.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy where I am.
You gotta be a part of 20.
Yeah. But the reason why I said that, honestly, I mean, I joked it was the commute, which partially is, but also, we film in Orange County. So sometimes I worry that there's a faction of my life that they don't get to see.
Right.
So that's a little bit of a bummer. But I'm very happy where I am, very grateful for all that. But as far as doing reality TV, there's other things that I'm like developing and working on.
You like
pitching.
the reality space.
I do, but not necessarily my story.
You're right. Pass it on. And
And also I like producing. So, I'm also developing things that I don't have to be in.
That's nice.
Which I love.
Yeah, that's fun. Takes the pressure off.
Totally.
And now you get to be the guy that's like, you're really not bringing it. You need to share more.
Cue the tears.
We'd really like to see more tears from you.
Yes, please. Out of the left eye.
Did you like having Gretchen a part of the season?
I did. I mean, I'm not really sure from the top that I realized how much it was going to affect Tamra.
Yeah.
I stupidly thought that they would hit the restart button.
Right.
Because when I joined the show, and I said this on the after show, but when I joined Housewives, they became friends.
Right.
So I knew them.
Was that the friendship bracelet giving? Yeah.
Season 7, they were friends.
Right.
We traveled together. We had a lot of fun together. And then on Gretchen's last reunion, things didn't go that great. And so, we had some issues, all of us, but I didn't think it was insurmountable.
Right.
And then I don't know why their relationship went south over the last decade, but it did. And I don't really know why that happened. So I thought
the podcast, man.
Yeah,
the
probably,
podcast put everyone in the grave
and all the things,
all of it.
So I thought, you know what? Maybe she'll come back on. They'll have a conversation and we'll move on. Because no one wants to argue about stuff from 15 years ago.
No, and it was a lot. It was a lot. A lot of pent up anger from 15 years ago.
I was happy for her to come. And I thought, you know, it's interesting to see where she is all these years later. And she's still with Slade and she has a 5-year-old and it's just fun.
Yeah. Do you think she'll be back?
I don't know. Will they ask me back?
Yes.
I mean, I would think so.
Because you're a fucking icon.
Oh, well, thank you.
We love Heather Page Kent.
Thank you. I don't know.
Yeah, it's always up in the air, right?
The reunion was a lot.
You guys just filmed that.
Yeah.
Have you recovered?
Are
you exhausted mentally still?
I'm still a little tired, but I thought it was really good. The audience is going to really like it.
Okay.
It was a lot. It'll definitely be 3 parts.
Well, good for you guys. Yeah. Can you tell us where were you placed in the middle of the couch?
They put the seating up already.
Oh, did they? Mm-hmm. Where were you seated?
I was seated. It went Andy, Tamara, Gina, me, Katie.
Okay. Oh, so Katie did come.
Yeah.
Great.
And then it went Jen, Emily, Shannon, Gretchen.
Okay.
I thought the seating was really good. And I think people will understand it when they see the reunion. Yeah. And I thought it was a really good reunion.
Well, as a viewer, I'm excited. It's hard for me because I know how the sausage is made, but I'm also enjoying it as just a viewer.
Yeah.
I thought you guys crushed this season.
Thanks.
I found it to be amazing. Are you and Tamara, are you guys good?
We're good.
You guys have a really sweet friendship.
We have been friends a very long time. You know what the hard part is? I can't stand when people are like, what does she have on you? Why are you always sticking up for her? It's like, dude, when you are in a room and everyone is against one person, isn't it nice that you're the friend that tried, hey, maybe let's look at the other side.
Yeah.
Maybe isn't that what you do for a friend?
Yeah. And you're just like amazing at being able to hold her accountable and point out the things that she did wrong while also maintaining that you're on her team. I
try to, because what my take home to a friend is we are friends. And so that's the basis of what we're doing here.
Right.
And we can still have an argument and we can still, disagree and all those things. But you got to remember, we're friends.
Yeah.
So don't cross the line. Don't get shitty.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we have to work with each other.
You have conquered the art of the way you speak. I'd give a lot of money. Where'd you go to school?
I went to Syracuse. I was a musical theater major. Wait, I heard you.
I went to Slick.
I heard you quoted me at a reunion.
Yes, I did. And I wanted them to air it so badly.
What'd you say?
I said to Tom Sandoval, I said, in the words of Heather Dubrow, when everyone around you says you're dead, it's time to lie down.
God bless.
Because he just kept going. I was like, fuck it. You're dead. We all agree.
Someone texted me and goes, oh my God, Lala's quoting you on set.
Well, because everything that comes out of your mouth is just like dripping in just gold. And I just love everything you say. And you stay level-headed, but you're so fucking interesting. Whereas like, I think I'm only interesting if I'm ripping someone's head off. But I guess it depends on who you ask.
There's a reason your podcast does so well. Everyone wants to hang out with you and hear you speak. But I have to ask you about the diamond.
Oh, the diamond. Yes. This was my engagement ring. And I popped out the middle stone. I kept the setting in case Ocean wants it one day. And I put it on my neck because it was just sitting there.
So smart.
I'm just like,
how do you feel about lab diamonds?
I am of the mindset of whatever you want, that is what you should go and get. If you don't care about the lab diamonds, I don't want to get in trouble, because if I say I love diamonds, does that mean I love blood diamonds?
Yeah, it's a really good point. It's a slippery slope.
That's why, I prefer.
Yeah, I don't know. I have this conversation with people that I know that love jewelry. I ask, because I'm curious what people think. And I've spent so much money on diamonds.
We can't tell.
Yeah. Well, it irritates me that you could get it so much less.
And you can't tell the difference.
And apparently the only machine you buy that can tell is $20,000, so no one has the machine.
I know.
But I don't know. Am I too much of a snob to do it? Would I know? But then I have a girlfriend. I can't tell you who it is, but she's famous and wealthy. And she bought some lab diamonds. And I was like, no. Did you? She's like,
did you see them?
Yes, I did.
Did you see them?
I did. I don't know. I mean, could I tell? But then I think about this. Maybe it's the way they were set. Because she didn't spend that much money on these. She just bought them. She was at a thing. So then I was like, all right, well, a lab diamond. All right. So I heard someone say it's like flowers. Whether the rose is grown in the wild or it's grown in a hothouse, it's still a rose.
That's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're growing a diamond, it's still, you have to look at they can't grow it perfect. It grows however it grows.
Totally.
Right? So there's still different qualities.
Mm-hmm.
But then it comes to the diamond cutter, right? Because there's an art form to cutting a diamond for the most brilliance and the most this and the most that and the way you set it and the design of the setting and all the things. So, I mean, I guess you could get a lab diamond.
I don't think you're sold on the lab diamonds, and I don't think you should buy one.
I got this like right under the wire because if Terry had known that lab diamonds were a thing, he never would have bought it for me.
It is so gorgeous.
It's good, right?
I cannot.
My initials are on it.
Oh, she's sexy.
You see that?
Yeah, I can
see. So I put my
it's
initials
in diamonds, her
on
initials.
the side, and then underneath are Terry's diamonds. And he says it's because he's holding the weight of the diamond like that. And I go, no, it's because I like to be on top.
Oh my God, I fucking love you.
Can I ask you about your nails?
Yes, what about the nails?
Okay, so I used to have square nails. And then a couple of years ago, my kids were like, you look old. You can't have square nail, whatever. So I changed to this. So I've been wearing this, which is very similar to yours, the oval. I really like it. It elongates the finger. I enjoy it. But lately, I'm a Pilates girl now. And all of the Pilates girlies that are all like you, young and fit and gorgeous, they all have shorter square nails. And I need to know, Lala, what is the thing?
It's not happening for me. Heather, I have hands the size of Shaquille O'Neal. You joking? I cut these nails off. You're going to think that you're getting a hand job from a man. It ain't fucking happening. I love, and the only reason because I love
that be a thing to make your nails shorter?
You would think. Now look at the size of my hands.
Let me see. You do have big hands.
The biggest.
Very long fingers, but that's very elegant though.
Yeah, well, my mom's like, they're piano fingers.
I'm like, well, do you play the piano?
Play the piano. No, but I have a gorgeous piano.
So do I.
So you and Terry have a new podcast because now we're both a part of Bravo and we're both a part of the iHeart family.
Sisters. The Kent sisters.
The Kents. I'm loving all of this. It's called Between Us. You had a podcast solo though first, right?
For like a decade.
For a decade.
Yes.
So what is it like now having your husband as your co-host?
You know, it's great. We have written 3 books together.
Okay.
We have done TV shows together. And I mean, it's so many things that, some couples golf, some have hobbies. We like to work. We like to make content. We've had a skincare and supplement line for 11, 12 years.
Feel free to send me some.
Oh, do you want some?
Or give me a link.
No.
I'll buy. I'm not stingy.
No,
I love
I'm happy
skincare.
to send.
Heather, I am a skincare
Really? Our
fanatic.
skincare is great. It's all I use. It's really great. I have really sensitive skin. So anyway, but we have done all these things together. And so we started doing these TikToks, which according to my children are very cringy, but we were getting millions and millions of hits on them. So after being so long with my podcast, I was really just ready for something a little bit different.
Okay.
And after the TikTok thing, I said to Terry, I go, this is so crazy. Why don't we just do a podcast together? And he was like, oh, I love this idea. Let's do this. So we've been doing it. It's been so good for us. But I will tell you, I will eventually probably do another one that's a little more girl coded.
Love it.
And probably be with one or two. I'm talking about it right now, but probably with one or two other women.
Okay.
Because I miss the girl part of the conversation.
Right.
And there is such a big part. Like everyone loves me and Terry together and they love the relationship stuff and the money talk and the real
We love to hear you guys talk about money
stuff, but all that stuff. And I think it's such great conversations.
Yes.
And it's stuff that people haven't been privy to before with us. So that's really fun. But I know also people are missing that side of catching up about the kids and, you know, that kind of day-to-day stuff.
Yeah, the stuff that you talk about with your girlfriends that like bonds women. I love that. Where can we listen to your podcast? Yours and Terry's, I should say.
It's called Between Us, and it's anywhere you get your podcast. Listen to it on iHeart or anywhere you get them.
I love it. What day does it air, did you say? Wednesdays at 4 a.m. I love it. Thank you so much for coming on Untraditionally, Lala. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for listening. I'm going to catch you on Monday for the bonus and again next week. Bye.